What's going on YouTube? The much anticipated Black Ops 6 and Warzone Season 2 update is less than 24 hours away, so let's dive into everything new and what's to be expected. But before we get into all the update details, make sure you click the like button to help share this video across YouTube and subscribe so you can receive more Warzone content, update info, meta loadouts, and other Warzone tips. Thank you guys in advance. It really means a lot to this channel. First off, Season 2 starts Tuesday, January 28th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is different from the usual Wednesday to Thursday updates we have seen in the past. I'm expecting this to be a light update in terms of file size, as this update is primarily revolved around gameplay and bug fixes, as opposed to pushing out new content. I'm pretty excited for Season 2 after reading some of these patch notes. Most of us have struggled through Season 1 of Warzone, dealing with audio issues, movement mechanics, cheaters, and other various issues and exploits. Warzone future looks promising. I can say that. We're going to get into some of these patch notes soon, but I can say I think the developers were focused on fixing the game so they could retain some of the major players and streamers that you all know and love. Without further ado, let's jump into some of the bug fixes that are going to be addressed at launch of Season 2. All right. First things first, we got map and gameplay issues. This is going to address visibility of dark areas and characters on Rebirth Island. I think we have all complained about how dark the map was. Like, it's unnecessarily dark. Players hiding in corners you can't see, and it's just not what Warzone 3 was. Address players being forced to stand up while reviving down squad members. I don't think I've ran into that issues. Address exploits, allowing players to access unintended areas of the map. This is where, people go underneath the map, out of bounds, things like that. Address parachutes deploying when jumping off ladders. That's been long overdue. Like, why am I in the middle of a gunfight and all of a sudden I'm jumping, but my parachute pulls out? This happens on stairs, not just on ladders also. Weapon and equipment, that's being addressed. Weapons becoming inaccessible near interactable areas. Yeah, we've all spammed square or X trying to pick something up, but it's making us, do something else, like hit a key card station. Address weapons falling through buy stations and disappearing. I've seen that. Address weapon tooltips appearing as common when dropped to the ground. Perks, contracts. I think the biggest one here is the quick fix health regen not properly reactivating. I mean, during Warzone 3, that was a major perk, but a lot of people don't run it now because it doesn't work properly. Address survivor, preventing players from reviving down squad members. I think we've all had an issue where we were unable to pick up our squad mate, forcing them to die out when they don't have to. What else? Address operator selection appearance issues in menu. So all in all, I mean, this sounds like a good bug fix, right? It sounds promising. These are quality of life gameplay updates that I think were long overdue. Jumping over into the gameplay and quality of life updates, I think Call of Duty has finally listened and they are not penalizing us for trying to have some movement. Okay. Reload speeds are faster for all weapons, anywhere from 5% to 20%. Reduced penalty when sprint to fire jumping from 35 to 10%, and increased jump ADS speeds by 25%. So this is going to bring back some more of the bunny hopping. Some people hated it. Some people loved it. My advice is just to learn how to do it and get off the ground with the drop shotting, Adjusted bullet penetration across most materials, resulting in more consistent experience, meaning somebody can't shoot you through a wall if you're on the small side of control and they're on the big side of control. Okay, so that never made sense to me. Weapon swap speed increased by 10%. So all you YY spammers, go for it. This next one is so much appreciated. Remove burst and semi-auto rifles and low rarity pistols from ground loot, allowing for more confidence in knowing your gun will fire when you pick it up. Like, how annoying is it when you first drop in or respawn, you pick up something like a pistol mid-game and everybody else already damn near has their, loadout weapons. Like, I can't win, you know what I'm saying? I'm forced to run away. You might win, let's say 5% of the time, but 9 times out of 10, you're not winning that fight, okay? A next update or improvement is movement. Increase both jump speed and successive jump height with one unmodified successive jump, which to me sounds more like bunny hopping from Modern Warfare 3 or, prior years. Another huge improvement that they are making has to do with the parachutes. They're essentially speeding up the animation that it takes to hit the ground and the parachute, making the game run smoother or making the gameplay feel smoother. Like we've all flew in, try to pull our chute because we're nowhere aimed at or ADS. And we want to hit the ground quickly and get some cover, so we're not just dead ducks sitting out the sky. So I think this is a good move on Call of Duty side. Have some more quality of life, gameplay updates here. I'm not going to read through all of them because I know that you guys can read, but the biggest, whatever you want to call it, I think the most important one is that they are fixing the audio even further. When the game first dropped, Warzone first dropped, audio was atrocious, where it pretty much made the game unplayable. They have fixed it over the course of season one, but I do think that this specific change is going to help us out tremendously in season two. They have stated that they are reducing the reverb effects to improve directionality of movement audio produced by other players, footsteps, ascenders, parachutes. So this should help us dial in even further where somebody's coming from so we can hear. It shouldn't sound like Area 99 is pretty bad, but like if you're in pods, it doesn't matter what level you're on. It sounds like people above you could also be below you, and it's only one set of footsteps. Other things, they're changing some of the perks. Combat scout pings replaced with an outline that is not visible through walls. I guess that helps with helping people not feel like there's cheaters in the game, quote unquote, whatever. They're adding new perks into the game. Dexterity was already there, but has been increased in effectiveness and made default for all Warzone players. Mountaineer is returning to perk slot one, so it's replacing Dexterity. I see what they're saying. So Dexterity is going to be default and equipped to all Warzone players, but they're adding Mountaineer to replace Dexterity. Veteran now significantly reduces the damage ticks of gas grenades. I guess that can be helpful with people spamming experimental gas, but I think this next thing is going to help out even further. So munition satchels now only provide one additional item down from two. So before, if you're not having the satchel, you would only have two, but if you had this satchel on, it would allow you to equip an extra two. So somebody running prox mines and experimental gas can throw down four mines and spam you with experimental gas. It's no fun. So that's a W update, if you ask me, a W feature. Maximum deployed tacticals and lethals reduced to two each, down from three, so that helps out even further. Okay, to make and it doesn't limit the ability of people that's using them, trying to make trap plays and things like this, but it just allows people who don't run them to actually maneuver around them without just being spammed by them. Gas grenade radius, duration, and movement penalties reduced to bring in line with the vision of zoning, tactical and less of a lethal crutch. Spy cameras outline effect no longer renders through walls. Advanced UAVs will now show elevation arrows. That's major because with advanced UAVs, it's like it doesn't really do you any good if you know what direction they're coming if you don't know what level they're on. You'll spend all day trying to figure out what level they're on. Like if you're in prison, for example, you might think you're running into somebody only for them to be above or below you. So overall, I think that's a good thing. Miscellaneous adjustments, body shield functionality limited, so you can no longer, drop somebody and pick them back up, so they're in limbo. When you have somebody held hostage, the outline is no longer shown behind walls. Remove manual release of players, keeping them alive must end with the execution. I think we can all thank Jay Broski for that one, making everybody do the electric slide and the cha-cha slide over and over again, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to that guy there. Now let's get into the ricochet and the anti-cheat update. As we already know, Warzone has made the announcement that they're going to enable the feature to separate crossplay during rank play. This is in hopes that this will get rid of some of the cheaters, and then overall, it should make playing on console a little bit more enjoyable. There's still, it's still great areas around it. I mean, I do think it's a step in the right direction. Another thing that they mentioned is that they are implementing new and improved client and server side detection and systems, as well as major kernel level drivers. If you don't know what that means, it's simply a piece of code that they're going to implement into the application, the COD application, that's given access to scan your computer for files, in lack of a better words or simple form. So ideally that should get rid of the cheaters, but my biggest thing with it is, people can just make new accounts. There have been some complaints. People think they should do like an IP ban, but I don't really think you can do an IP ban, because think about all the people that are playing on like a college campus, or somebody in the military playing. That's, essentially they have a similar IP, and that's would create some issues. People would be getting banned that don't deserve to be banned. But all in all, I think it's a step in the right direction. I myself play on console. I play on PS5, so the ability to turn that feature off should help out tremendously. That's going to wrap it up for the feature updates. As far as the content update, we are getting 6 new weapons, which is a good thing, because I'm pretty sure most of us were bored with the Black Ops 6 weapons already. These 6 weapons include a new assault rifle called the Cypher 91, an SMG called the PPSH 41, which we know from World at War, or more recently Call of Duty Cold War. We're getting the Fang 82 LMG and a TR2 marksman rifle. So that'll be cool. I'm pretty sure the other 2 weapons are going to be melee weapons, so you may or may not see those as they come out. Last but not least, we are getting 2 new perks that we'll be able to use in Season 2, one of which we will be able to use at the launch of Season 2. This one is called Reactive Armor. This will allow you to regenerate up to 50% of your armor if you haven't taken damage in the last 5 seconds. It could be useful since it's very hard to find plates around the map now, but I don't know if people will want to give up tracker or quick fix to be able to use this. The second perk, which we will get mid-season, is called Low Profile. This will allow you to move more quickly while crouched and prone, and move slightly faster when down. I can't see many people using it, but it is nice to see that we're getting new perks. And that is all I have for you guys for the Season 2 updates and what to expect. Thank you guys for watching this long if you made it to the end. I do also want to let you guys know that we do go live just about daily on Twitch. I want to say we go live about 3 to 4 times a week. So if you like the gameplay, like the content that you're getting now, make sure you guys follow me over on Twitch. Other than that, enjoy the rest of this gameplay for this 20 kill victory, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Others must be on the roof.